Oh, welcome back to yet another day of the DIY custom van Hightop build project here in Wyoming. We're kind of racing the weather. It's cooling down. We're actually getting nice fall weather now, but we're worried about winter coming because we usually do get at least one or more snows in October, and it's October 3rd as I'm recording this. Melanie's behind me putting some coat of primer on the camper. We'll be doing the finishing coat beyond that, but just to get things going, we'll get some primer on it. You can see it's kind of filling in, taking shape. We'll walk you around here real quick. And the back, we haven't closed the back end yet, and that's kind of strategic because it's the only light we got in the Hightop right now, because I need to get some power back in there. And around on the driver's side of the van here, so we've got a ladder set up ready to go. And I've been doing a little finish stuff on it, a little trimming some things out over the last day. And then once we finish the paint here, we're going to be breaking out the spray foam again. So we have some, we did some work up in here yesterday, trying to get things sealed up good. We'll trim that off and then we'll probably flex seal it. We'll paint the wood, but then we'll like flex seal that barrier there, where make sure that nothing gets in there. And we're also going to do some spray foam inside as some insulation before we start doing foam board. So we're going to go ahead and get to work here. But again, this is October 3rd, and I think this is day 10 of our van build project, our Hightop project. Once we're done with the Hightop, then we're going to be starting on the interior build and doing a totally new build for that as well. So you'll probably want to be following along with that. So if you don't mind, hit the like button on this video and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, so you can not miss anything. And we do have a playlist for this entire build project in the video description below if you want to check that out and follow the whole thing from start to stop, because we're filming the entire process. And at least so far with the Hightop build, because things are moving along fast, we're doing one video per day, or one day's work in one video, because there's a lot happening. That may slow down a little bit when we get into the interior build if things move slower sometimes. We'll show you more of that too in a minute. And for now, we're just going to get to work on priming everything up, getting the weather, and then soon we'll be getting another finish on it so that it's weather sealed in case we do get some snow or rain with the fall weather here. Hey, so we just finished getting primer on the Hightop, our new DIY custom Hightop for the van. Melanie's finishing up some detail work underneath there, trying to get everything sealed up good. We'll be adding on a finished coat of paint, probably two coats really, soon. I think we're gonna go, we're not sure what the color is, that's the thing. We'll go with a good paint, get a couple coats on, but we're not sure if we're gonna stick with white like this, or if we're gonna go with like a, I don't know, like a desert sand or tan type color. And we'd love to do that because we'd love to someday paint the whole van and make it tan. Just because, I mean, why not, right? But we're not positive yet, so we're still debating on that. If we weren't running on a delay on these videos, I'd ask you guys what you think in the comments, but I just put up, yesterday we put up day 2, so recording is on a Thursday. So on Friday, day 3 is going up. I've got that one edited, just have to get it uploaded and published. And this is October 3rd as I'm recording this, and we're on like day 10 on October 3rd, and we're just getting the day 3 video tomorrow. The reason we're running on delay is just because I can't edit them fast enough with other work I have to do and the work on the van and everything. I just don't have time to get everything edited daily, so that's why we're at a bit of a delay. Well, we're going to move on to some other things. We've got some foam insulation we're going to be putting in today, and who knows what else. And then tomorrow, probably we'll get the roof on. The wind is picked up today, so I don't really want to deal with trying to get metal roofing up there with the wind blowing like this. Okay, here's a quick peek of the roof as it sits right now. So we'll be covering that up hopefully tomorrow. Get ahead of any potential fall inclement weather. So the primer on the outside is all done. Like I say, we'll get some paint on that hopefully tomorrow. We'll also hopefully get some roof covering on tomorrow. I'm hoping the wind settles down a little. It's kind of breezy today. Not horrible, but it'll be challenging to try and work with roofing up there. So we'll give that another day. Meantime, I think what we're going to do today is move on to some of the spray foaming insulation in the body of the van here. I've always been of two minds about this. Like, is it going to help or is it going to potentially make it worse? You're not getting it out once you put it in. I've seen people stuff these things with fiberglass insulation. If fiberglass does get wet, that's a bad deal. I also don't think you're going to get it as good. It's tricky with vans and stuff like that, custom vehicle builds. The building industry, for commercial and residential buildings, they spent millions of dollars researching insulation and vapor retarders, moisture retarders, that sort of thing. And even at that, there's not a single set of standards for how to do that stuff most effectively and to avoid creating problems when you do that stuff. So for example, if you're in a climate like Wyoming where it's cold and dry, it's how it's classed, cold and dry. You have one set of standards, one set of recommendations. If you're in a more tropical climate like the southeast US or the Gulf Coast of Texas, you have a different set of standards, and they're quite different. So we get into vehicles and it's like we're not really sure exactly what's going to be the best long-term solution for some of these things, and the additional challenges that we move around a lot in vehicles. So in a typical year, I might be in Wyoming in scorching hot 100 degree, 90, 9500 or more degree dry weather. I might be in Wyoming in a pretty dry winter where it's very cold, but we might get some snow and stuff. I might also be in Arizona or Nevada, and usually it's pretty dry down there, but not always. Sometimes you can have a week of rain or quite a bit of rain. I've been in Pahrump, Nevada in the winter. We had like a month of basically rain. Made for good flowers in the spring though. And some years I might also be in Wyoming in the winter. I might be in upstate New York in the winter or Massachusetts. So I get around some. So the point is that I'm in a variety of climates, so that further complicates it. So all that to say, I don't know what the best solution here is. It seems like everybody has an opinion. I'm not seeing enough science and real research to tell me for sure. However, with it not being insulated, we did have some pinprick rust starting on the layer of the roof panel and some of this. So we're going to go ahead and insulate it and hope that it helps with the condensation. I don't know for a fact that it's going to. In a few years, maybe we'll know if we don't have additional problems. What I think it will help with is sound deadening, make it a little more quiet in here, because this thing can kind of get rattled when we go down the road. And it's going to help with thermal efficiency. So this van, on a 90-something degree day, I've clocked the outside skin of the van, even though it's white, so it bounces off a lot of heat, hopefully. I've clocked it at 120, 130 degrees outside. And these spots that are not insulated inside, they get very, very, very hot. Maybe not quite as hot as the spots that are behind the insulation, but it gets very hot. So we're going to try and insulate it, and we'll go ahead and do it and hope for the best as far as moisture control, but I do think it'll help with sound deadening and with thermal issues. So we'll get on that now, and then like I said, tomorrow we'll get back to the outside again and hope there's less wind. All right, I've been shaking for a minute or so we're going to give this a try. I also did pick up a roll of duct tape, and the reason for that is there's a ton of holes in certain areas. Sometimes there's not too many, other times there's a bunch, and this will allow us to cover up some of the holes we're not spraying into to hopefully contain the foam so we have less trimming off to do after the foam has expanded and dried. We'll see how that works too. That's also just a theory, guys. All right, we'll start not in the very front, we'll start in the front of the back on the passenger side and work our way around. No special reason, we've got to start somewhere, so. Oh, that's actually, there we go. We'll go up underneath here. Oh, there we go. This stuff does expand like crazy, so it'll hopefully fill all the voids. I guess we can always add more if we need to, too. All right, just to show you guys how much we appreciate you all. Look, we got our bore scope out, and let me come from the other side. There you go. And there's what it looks like inside the wall as the foam is expanding. How's that for cool? Okay, so that's a wrap for day 10. We're going to call it quits. We've got all the spray foam in done. You can kind of see all of our tape around here to hopefully hold things in, not make quite as much of a mess for us to have to trim off and clean up tomorrow. But it's coming along. We're happy with it. It's positively huge. And see the storage area behind me. And in the front is the bed area. That's going to be a 5 foot by 6 foot bed area, a little over 5 feet wide, a little over 6 feet long. And tomorrow we're hoping to get onto the roofing, get the roof finished, and get the some more exterior finish going. Right now we're just cleaning up from all of our mess we made today. But hope you're enjoying this series and seeing how we're building a DIY custom high-top van high-top for our 2005 4350 Super Duty cargo van that's been a camper van for like a decade now, and it's being made into a high-top camper van. Quite a project. We've been at it for a week and a half now, and we're still not even done with the high-top. And then, of course, we have to do a full build inside, but we think it's going to work really well for us. And I've mentioned before, but every video and every article I've been able to find on the internet about DIY custom van high-top projects like this, every one is different. Some are framed with metal, some are framed with wood, some have fiberglass skins, some have wood skins, some have aluminum skins. There's lots of different ways to do it. I've never seen two that are the same, and I've never seen one quite like what we're doing either. So, and that's because we're building something that we hope is going to work perfectly for our needs and our situation and circumstances, what we need out of this van. So, hope you're enjoying the series, and if you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button on this video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, so hopefully YouTube will notify you when we publish new videos. And these are going up 3 a week right now. We're doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on these high-top build videos, and probably the van build videos, interior build videos to follow that. And I do have a link in the video description below for a playlist for this entire van or high-top project if you want to check that out and see all of the videos. The progress goes right from the first one explaining what we're doing to day 1 of cutting the roof off, and they'll continue right through till the high top's finished. We appreciate you following along and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Hope you found it helpful and useful and informative and entertaining and all kinds of other good things, and we'll catch you in the next video.
The songs come from his heart, he's an old troubadour. He'll tell his tale near and far about living and loving and trusting the Lord. Just a cowboy and his guitar.